went with the normal difficulty, huh? That'd be my pick for a first playthrough. Nice to see someone with some sense around here for once.
You want freedom of choice. You want Andy's choice.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
Commander, you're bleeding!
feed off you, Commander. Just say when.
What's with all the landmines you corporatists have littered about? Pretty sloppy style of warfare, if you ask me.
Can't say I care for the mines either, but it's simple math. Mines don't need to sign a contract. Don't got bellies to feed. They cost a damn sight less than troops.
Suppose collateral damage don't mean much to Auntie. Personally, I spy a mine, I'm unloading from 40 paces.
Or you can walk around them. But maybe that's just me. It's drilled into us not to waste ammo or ordnance. Go ahead and blast them if you want. I ain't stopping you. Armed and ready. See those burrows? The skeleton's nearby. And if it's as nearby as I think, it don't bode well for those scientists. Well, you hate to be proven right. These folk have been dead a while. And that must be the machinery Doc mentioned. Over here, Commander. Huh. Seems this terminal reroutes power to speakers around the cave. They were using sound to lure the Crabbles out. Let's see here. Generator's back on. Power up that phonotron, would you? Should cause enough ruckus to make the skeleton come out and play.
What am I supposed to do? Just stand around and look pretty?
Well, if the commander's keen to share, you can press the button too. Wouldn't want you feeling left out. It's a brawl!
Combat!
Ain't making it easy for
Got a
us.
distraction for you!
I do it for you.
The insides are leaking outside, Commander.
Back in business.
Give the word and I'll take care of him, Commander.
The Blue couldn't hit the broadside of a
Damn
friend.
yourself.
The head!
Still
Free
standing.
hole in the head!
Not walking this off. Stand me back up.
Let up.
Knew you had my back. Lights flashing before my eyes, Commander. Revive me.
Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
That phonotron was effective.
Knew you
Now
had
we
my
just
back.
need the specimen. Mind the pincers. They can be a little feisty even after death. Nice work. Mind bringing it over here so I can take a gander? Muscular reticulation still intact. Cartilaginous integrity mostly sound. A good clean cut. And the pincer's still sharp. Yeah, this'll do just fine. Shame about all the scientists, though. Was hoping this wouldn't be too steep a price. Well, I sure ain't gonna fry up the claw and serve it with tarmac and cheese. This little hand has been poisoning me for a spell, remember? I'm hoping it'll be a salve, as Doc suspects it might be. But seeing it now, I'd reckon there are some other ways I might use it to my advantage. If you still got some hunting you, that Raptidon matriarch's on the loose. Her den's not far from the Vox Relay up north. Elsewise, we head back to Fairfield and speak to Doc Tinsley. North it is. After you.
bartering with defectors. Traded one force rocket for a whole kit of prestige force.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice? Remember, Auntie knows best. Auntie's choice is the proud maker of Spacer's Jaw, Zero-G Groove, and
I must say, I have many reservations about this. Deckard is always right. For what reason would we forsake such a stable and safe way of life?
Because, friend, with the Protectorate, you're only surviving. With Antes, you'll be thriving.
So your superior order you this wrong?
No. It's something you can do on your own. You have bosses and employers, but it's up to you to get yourself to the top and make yourself.
You there. Keep your hands where I can see them. Halt! What's an Auntie's choice monstrosity doing here? Have you come to spy? So confusion and disruption, I'll not have it.
Good, because I ain't bringing it. Though if you're that desperate to test my patience, by all means, keep it up.
Patience. As if you infiltrators possess as much, feverishly raising our lands wherever you go. You are fortunate that I've been ordered not to open fire unless fired upon.
They never listen to sound advice, do they?
Some folk are dead set on going their way, even if it's straight out an airlock.
I will not suffer an outsider to trespass and trample further through our lands. Turn back from this bridge now, lest my ever-depleting prudence be spent. There is nothing beyond this chasm neither you nor those Auntie's choice imbeciles behind the hill should concern yourselves with.
Protest as you like, but Protectorate's got no authority over us. We'll go where we please. And thank you to steer clear.
You outsiders come here and spit in the face of the Sovereign, then claim it is we who are wrong. I have half a mind to apprehend you for your impudence. Out of the question. Must I repeat myself? If you are not a loyal Protectorate subject, you will not cross this bridge. Be grateful I do not judge with such haste as my superior to the north, Brigadier Montelli. He's been fervent of late, looking for any Protectorate subjects who have displayed disloyalty in his estimation. Indeed. Though once this was the accepted order in which we handled matters, now, well, any associations with wrongdoers results in swift execution. That has, unfortunately, put many folk in his sights, myself included. And so we wait for the proverbial axe to fall. You actually believe you can contend with him. You are mistaken. He'll cut you open gleefully, then issue you demerits for bleeding on the floor. And you also have no business at the relay, as far as I can surmise. You dare to propose an arrangement? I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate. I know of 2 traitors who yet remain on this island. Bring them to me, and I'll dispose of them before the Brigadier questions my loyalty and deems me guilty by association. In return, I shall grant you clearance to cross the bridge. Fair exchange, wouldn't you say?
This is exactly the manner of depravity we mean to free these folk from. I know we gotta cross the bridge, but there must be an alternative. One that don't involve an executioner.
Even if said strangers deserve to be brought to justice? Allow me to offer another solution. Hand over your companion here. A grafted soldier on display would surely make an impression on Montelli. And us all.
You're out of your mind. You ain't gonna use me to solve your problem. You're just dragging out the inevitable. Tell her, Commander. See? So how about you take that suggestion and shove it right up your...
Yes, you've made your point. Now, can we come to some other agreement, or will you stand here wasting my time? Barbaric. Ha! And who is the one standing here in soiled armor and in the midst of monsters? If you wish to cross, this is the only way. So unless you change your mind, be gone.
protectorate, idiot. Don't know why we bother. Sure as shooting, he's gone.
Eyes up, outsiders approaching the south gate.
Bet we could sneak in there.
Want to give it a try, Commander? Coming up on some foes.
Perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Perfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. That's somebody. Invasive elements! You're clear there! Have to reload. Hastening to cover. They envy our prosperity.
What do you think the Sovereign is doing today? Leading the troops into glorious battle? Delivering edicts from the bridge of his flagship?
He is doing what he must. He is the heart and spirit of the Protectorate. He is too important for battle.
But his bravery knows no bounds. He is the most noble, most daring man in all of Arcadia.
The Sovereign cannot be brave if he's dead. He fights for us however the paradigm decrees. As we all do.
Still, I'd love to see him fight these corporatist lackeys. They would not know what hit them.
Aborting search. Wait up. This proves an inefficient use of time. What? Back to it. Strange state of affairs. Back to my post.
longer.
Will be swift. Maintaining purpose. Refilling my weapon.
Forever vigilant.
That somebody?
See that? There's a catwalk attached to the underside of the bridge. If we lower it, we might be able to cross without a fight.
What do you mean you're leaving?
Shit's over. I have a life outside this place, you know.
A life outside our lab? No. Audacious advances requires commitment. Absolute commitment! Aaron, what do you mean you're leaving?
protectorate law, we are bound
Huh.
to inform you
Well,
that you have entered a
at least it's not shooting the water anymore.
All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and/or
Everything, literally everything I own is underwater.
What do you mean? Everything we have belongs to the Sovereign. We own nothing. But surely the Protectorate will provide anything you need.
Of course they will. Doubt is a tool of the enemy.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes
Simply saying I'd rest easier if he'd been assigned to it. Originally. That generator goes, this town's finished.
and the sovereign embodies and executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. The firm benevolent hand
Greetings.
of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch, working with and through the sovereign, devised
Pshaw! I've no desire to speak of the current state of Fairfield, no less the Auntie's Choice riffraff controlling it, or worse, any traitors who have flocked to their side. Why, I cannot fathom any of my people or I even contemplating defecting the Protectorate, let alone for that cesspool of inanity.
even the most robust ecosystem, like those nettlesome
I have my own means of helping them, which you could aid me with if you so chose.
choice. Though don't fret, the system is
Nobody needs go anywhere, not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse. Well, that's what's commonly referred to as your opinion. I have the aid of key pillars of our community, several persons of note and good character who stand with and by me, and our town still functions. Our automechs are still running, mostly. We have a generator to power them, fresh water, the reassuring voice of everyone's neighbor Prudence wafts from our loudspeakers. I don't know. Look, I've entertained these fool notions of yours long enough. There's no use pursuing such a fruitless line of thinking further. I have a brighter future in mind for Westport, one you can help with, in fact, rather than dwelling on dark maybes and scenarios of worst imagining. I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't have the firm benevolent hand of
Oh, you failed to hear the loudspeakers on the way in? The announcement we're obliged to repeat incessantly. Well, allow me to paraphrase. Protectorate law finds us guilty of treason on account of letting Westport fall prey to Auntie's choice saboteurs.
We sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have
These fine and decent folk don't deserve having their lives thrown away on account of my failures. If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such. Hence my use of the term reasonable facsimile. I owe it to every single person here to try.
because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem.
Farewell now.
Flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex
Well, it's infected. Meds don't arrive soon, we'll have to start cutting. You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle. You haven't heard? When Antes invaded, they broke the seawall. Flooded nearly half the town below, where most of the domiciles were. A number of our subjects drowned. Others got concussed, or even crushed. A few were electrocuted or exposed to caustics. Took a while for our water purifier to catch up, so some drank tainted water, which is not good for you at all. I'm glad it's working again. Oh, we've all heard about Auntie's Choice grafting labs. Only cost you an arm and a leg. I do question their low-grade nostrums. Wireless says they are rushed to the market. Might make everybody worse, hop them up. And gender dependence. Protectorate curatives are of the highest quality. So, I thank you for your advice, ill-considered as it may be. In the meantime, don't suppose you have any medical supplies to spare, do you? That you might kindly consider donating? Oh, no thank you. Not looking for anything that does more harm than good. I've enough ailments to manage already. From what I've heard about Auntie's medicaments, might poison a patient or cause them to grow an extra head or something. Never know what they're testing out on you.
My extra parts aren't side effects. That's your implication. And anyhow, I should think some minor side effects would be preferable to dying.
Honestly? Well, I'm a reasonable judge of character, and you seem upright. On behalf of my patients and I, thank you. We're all grateful. Guess outsiders aren't all just base individualists like they say on the wireless. Barring this being some tricky sales strategy, that is. This is a good start, but I fear it won't last long. Wouldn't happen to know a reliable means to procure more, would you? They'd sell to us? Those medicaments you gave us before? No, never. You must think me easily hoodwinked. Our societies are sworn enemies. This is dangerous talk, friend. We've already been branded traitors. If we give them any excuse now, they'll send in the arbiters directly. Not seeing a wealth of options here at present. I can watch my patients die, then face execution, or we can resettle elsewhere and remain alive. I lean toward the latter. The abandoned section of Westport ought to have some supplies. Should be enough medicaments down there to help our injured survive the trip to Fairfield. It's perilous, though. Plenty of the structures below are still submerged. Others, ones that escaped being flooded, got abandoned once the Crabbles moved in. Those ought to have some supplies. If I were you, I'd try to sneak past the Crabbles out there. They seem rather territorial of late. See you when I see you.
almost missed the routine certitude of my assigned profession.
Ecosystem, like those nettlesome raptidons, or the base individualists within Auntie's choice. Though don't fret, the system is resilient. The system abides. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Let me know when you need a distraction.
Seeing Zeb again went different than I expected. Not that I had high hopes for tears and confetti, but damn. That's appreciated, Commander. Maybe I ought to apologize straight away. But I'm not convinced I did the wrong thing, leaving. Had I stayed, who knows? Likely I'd have gotten us both killed. Let's just say my ambitions were bigger than my talents after I recovered from Horizon Point. Still believed I could change the world back then. Anyway, I appreciate the check-in, Commander. Was there anything else you needed?
Looks like a fight.
Sit or sprint? Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprag race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, lean off all these supplies, hope the crabbles skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a great idea.
Armed and ready.
On your command.
Back in business. Back in business. called a good harvest. Doc Tinsley's going to be pleased. But if we could hunt for the other beast before bringing this specimen back to her, I'd be much obliged.
Trust the plan, preserve said progress, sustain the system.
Glad the wireless told me that I'm happy and everything's splendid. I was tempted to feel sad after the ocean flooded my house.
The perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a
This is D.B. Milver Street of Fairfield with a special one-time free offer for all Protectorate subjects within and without earshot. What do I provide? Information. Did you know that at Auntie's Choice, we don't pre-select your assignment at birth?
Everything? Literally everything I own is underwater. What do you mean? Of course they will. That is anything anyway.
Personal freedom pervades every aspect of life in Auntie's Choice. Choice is in the name for a reason, my good subjects. Without I hereby extend my personal invitation to you all. Join us in Fairfield and sample our unique brand of autonomous self-determination for yourself.
Why do those advertisements never stop?
They never stop.
Surely there is nobody in Auntie's Choice that hasn't managed to memorize them by now. Prudence dictates. We cherish all we have.
May the sovereign guide
and
you.
defend it.
Auntie's Choice. Remember, Auntie knows best.
Salutations, Arcadia. Auntie Cleo here with a direct message.
That doesn't sound like a sanctioned communique.
Mellifluous. Persuasive.
Auntie's Choice. You're so
Choice sure sounds exhausting. I mean, you have to do it all the time, right?
I reject imperfect thoughts in all their forms. All thoughts of any kind.
I was sad for a moment because my house got submerged in the flooding. Then the wireless told me everything was splendid. The wireless said that flooding Westport is routine maintenance to remove the dust that had been building up in our door frames.
Choice, we respect the individual. We're providers, liberators, spreading free trade and self-betterment throughout the galaxy. As the head of our corporation.
People have been complaining about those ads playing. Huh. I'm inured to all manner of hollering. Yes? Help you with anything? Well now, that should do nicely. Thank you. Hope those crabbles didn't give you too much trouble. I recognize these patients require more care than I'm able to provide here. Seems like in Fairfield, I can get them the help they require. The one last additional thing we'll need is for Vigilant Hogarth to agree to it. It's less a concern about disloyalty, and more my respect for his abilities. He's a skilled leader, and we could sorely use his aid, from coordinating logistics to keeping up morale. I'll surely have my hands full with my patients. His presence on the journey would save lives. All right, Be careful out there. You've returned.
That vacuous cacophony sets my teeth on edge. Well, look who it is. What is it? Speak your mind. Certainly. What would you like to know?
Though you may, your sovereign is silent. This suffering cannot continue. Listen to your
Farewell now.
come to Fairfield.
Ah, the itinerant stranger returns.
Join the winning side. I shall await you with open.
Farewell now.
You want freedom of... You want Auntie's choice.
That endless yattering is more insipid than I'd imagined.
Falderall, the most trusted name in exo-anti-allergenics. Too much Spacers Ale. Ask your doctor if a walk-in industrial microwave is right for you. Whether it's an orifice or a face, Auntie's choice makes it green for it. Our Recreation Reclamation and Artificial Additives Division has chemical plants, slaughterhouses, and stockyards. Not only does it save the company a fortune, it's so unnaturally sweet it's almost unbearable.
We believe so much in this delicious, cost-cutting measure, we're rushing into market. Following a modicum of testing, Slurrylos will soon be found in...
Auntie's choice.
That endless yattering is more insipid than I'd imagined.
Accept no imitations. The K lets you know it's authentic. Now with 110% of your daily chemicals and
Nice weather we have been...
Well, look who it is. What sort of payment do you seek? Don't imagine we have much you need. Enough to lead and inspire those who work there. Once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this island. Why do you ask? Difficult place to saunter into. Stations off limits to anyone without the highest security clearance. For anyone lacking reason to be there, it's assured suicide. In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide you means to get inside. Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in. Wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. At least now my subjects will have a fleeting chance. The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not, under any circumstances, tell those stationed there why you need them. To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here. Farewell now.
Pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets, specially designed to be eaten alone at your desk.
The bare minimum?
to make it through your day.
Hey, Commander. Could I have a word with you real quick? I hope you're not seriously considering helping the Protectorate here. I know these folks seem on the down and out, but we're as like to do more harm than good by siding with them. Right. Okay. Well, if we do as Milverstreet's asked and convert the populace to Auntie's choice, they're more likely to get the care they need and not be sentenced to death. Milverstreet also promised us a way into the Vox. Oh, and a Ritzy hat. Man drives a hard bargain, if he can be trusted. Given the condition of this place, I'd assume no shortage of willing spirits eager for a way out. But then, reason's sometimes hard to come by with the Protectorate. Before you make a decision one way or the other, let's ask around. See what the residents have to say. No use trying to lift up those attached to the muck.
Oh.
Can't imagine telling Hogarth I'm leaving. Believe I'd feel additionally traitorous once I met his gaze. Stranger?
That vacuous cacophony. Ah, the itinerant stranger returns. What sort of payment do you seek? Don't imagine we have a difficult place to saunter into. Station's off limits to anyone without the highest security clearance. For anyone lacking reason to be there, it's assured suicide. In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide you means to get inside. Never dream of such a proposal in days of wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. Least now my subjects will have a fleeting chance. The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not, under any circumstances, tell those stationed there why you need them. To get inside, you will need an act. Farewell now.
Exo-anti-allergenics. Too much spacers ale. Auntie's Choice Pep Pills. Good for...
Hey, Commander. Could I have a word with you real quick? I hope you're not seriously considering helping the Protectorate here. I know these folks seem on the down and out, but we're as like to do more. Right. Okay. Well, if we do as Milverstreet's asked and convert the populace to Auntie's choice, they're more likely to get the care they need and not be sentenced to death. Milverstreet also promised us a way into... Given the condition of this place, I'd assume no shortage of willing spirits eager for a way out. But then, reason's sometimes hard to come by with the Protectorate. Before you make a decision one way or the other, let's ask around. See what the residents have to say. No use trying to lift up those attached to the muck.
combined.
That's how you know it's working.
And she'll give you a facial spritz. Your coworker.
Hello. I'm here often. This unit is currently unavailable for our families.
Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Whoever said humanity can't exist on bread and water never met you. Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Featuring
I had a nightmare that the matriarch didn't gift us the paradigm. And we were left to scramble for purpose and profit like Auntie's workers. To inform on a neighbor is a
Prudence
blessing.
dictates we remain
Prudence says.
productive.
I'm still waiting for a few thank yous.
But Auntie Fizzo's made them better with Auntie Cleo's patented mock apple cider.
That didn't sound like Prudence at all. Huh, well, I'll be. Did you hear that? Must be wholly accurate and true since I heard it on the loudspeaker. Oh, excuse me. Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile. Oh, glad to hear. Probably sprung an important task on you afterwards, I'd wager. I mentioned to the Vigilant how I'd reset my chef mech to prepare meals to my liking. Next thing you know, he puts me in charge of repairing all the mechs in Westport. Got something on my mind. Did you hear that message over the loudspeakers? About choosing your chosen profession? That Milver Street fellow said in Fairfield you can, if I understood correctly, opt for any job you show proficiency in. Could that truly be true? Or is it a base falsity foisted by Auntie's Choice to, you know, undermine Protectorate subjects' unflagging resolve? Oh, and they hire you too. You're not simply assigned a role, but you, I guess, need to prove competence? And maybe even expertise? What? Oh, yes. Goodbye.
Listening in, I'm afraid you've been fed a
Admit I'm still cogitating over that offer on the loudspeaker. What?
Would have you believe we're unscrupulous interlopers, intent on stealing the very bread off your
The
plate.
matriarch. Apologies for not noticing you there. Wasn't paying rapt attention to those assuasive loudspeaker messages. No. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the sovereign. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintrott.
Liberators, spreading free trade and self-betterment throughout the galaxy. As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you personally, it's never too late to...
Did I? Not again. Oh, this? It's a birthmark, skin condition, both, about which I am rather sensitive, thank you very kindly.
Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer. Auntie Fizzo's.
Say, hold up there, friend. Watch out. That way's a minefield.
Ha! I laugh at danger. I'm a get-up-and-go-getter. Whoosh! That's the sound of me throwing caution to the wind, while the herd wait for permission. I see my...
Say, you are every bit you seem, yes? Thoroughly on the up and up and in no way a hidden agent? It is widely known that a sentinel is required to stand revealed before rendering judgment. Why, a plot point about that featured prominently in the latest episode of Red Cloak.
Of course you believe everything on the Aether Wave. I guess it would be stranger if you didn't swallow the propaganda, even if it does take some heavy dramatic license.
Everything you need to get through your day.
Well, you appear to be far more fluent with sentinel procedure than I. Veiled implication understood. If you'll excuse me, I best return to my work tasks. If you were a sentinel, or in some sentinel-adjacent role, I'd of course be honored to have you inspect my belongings. Unfortunately, my house is currently besieged by Crabbles. In any case, back to it. Normally, I can only listen to these secretly in private.
I shall await you with open arms.
You want freedom?
These new official announcements sure are confusing.
The stamen of a typical Arcadian Titan flower, or Colossicus arum, is responsible for dumping several pounds of dander into the local atmosphere each pollination cycle.
Yeah.
Ask your doctor if a walk-in industrial macrowave is right for you. Whether it's an orifice or a face, Auntie's Choice makes a cream for it. Our Recreant Reclamation
Look who's back.
Additives division has proudly announced its latest innovation, Slurrylose, a flavorsome new artificial sweetener made from the reprocessed
Do the advertisements help Auntie's folks straighten out their minds? Is it their version of our mental refreshment?
No, it feels like some kind of punishment. In fact, it feels like Auntie hates me.
Cost-cutting measure. We're rushing it to market, following a modicum of testing.
The wireless said that flooding Westport is routine maintenance to remove the dust that had been building up in our doors.
To deliberate is to court ruin.
Outsider?
I'm realigned with the paradigm.
unique brand of autonomous self-determination for yourselves. So, pack your bags and get ready to think for yourself, choose for yourself, buy for yourself. With Auntie's Choice, your lives will be transformed for the best. Why choose just any choice?
I'm loath to admit it, but the enemy propaganda sure does sound delicious.
Salutations, Arcadia. Auntie Cleo here with a direct message to